Alright. Participatory culture. Readings, video summary, and thoughts from Jonathan Santiago. The two readings from this week were Confronting the Challenges of Participatory Culture Media Education for the 21st Century. The main points from this reading that I perceived were that younger generations are increasingly engaged in online interactions or online creation. The world, especially the young generations, are engaging in an online community. And also at the end, the author mentions need for cultural support. And the second reading, Online Fan Fiction, Global Identities and Imagination. I perceived that the main point from this reading was online communities and participatory culture allow for learning of different languages and exchange of cultures, as well as imaginative engagement. Alright, from the videos, the main points from big thinkers, I think, was that students outside of classroom have a much richer intellectual and creative life outside the classroom. And an early example of media production was news publications by students. As well, the speaker at the end mentions folk culture, that media production by young generations is often not on the purpose for money but just for sharing. In the second main video, the connected learning, children and digital media, the main points I heard were that there are two main groups of young people. One of those main groups is based on the majority of young, which they often just hang out with friends online and learn the basic principles of online. And the minority of young people often engage in more intellectual, technical skills. The speaker also mentions the adult perception, and it is something often viewed in a negative way. As well, the speaker at the end mentions how informal and formal learning could go together in education. And from the final video, the influence of participatory culture in education. I think the main points from this video is that often the teachers try to avoid social media or the media to anyway try to protect students. And schools often see collaboration online as a form of cheating. Reactions. From the first reading, what I found interesting was that 50% of teens by 2005 engaged in some sort of media creation, which I found an interesting statistic since by 2005 YouTube had come out, and today it is one of the main platforms of content creation. Second reading. It is interesting to see how individuals from all different parts of the world can come together to create some sort of media and support one another in that creation. A personal example I observe is on TikTok, where I observe people coming together to create a fan fiction episode of a particular show I like to watch. In the first main video, I agree that students have a much richer life intellectually and creatively outside the classroom, and that could be observed in the creation of TikTok content, YouTube, or for Instagram, whether that be artwork, creative writing, or fashion. On the second video, a challenge mentioned was the perception of adults on media and online usage, which is something they often view as negatively. They see it as a waste of time, a time kids could be using more creatively or with interactions in person with friends or family. As my parents would often see my media usage as a waste of time. And from the third video, I agree with the idea of training teachers and librarians to navigate the online communities in order for them to teach the students. Online can be a positive way, such as in content creation, which enriches the creative side of young people and adults as well. but it could also be a dangerous place for individuals, especially for younger generation.